Well, back in around June last year, June, February sometime, it was announced that Hasbro purchased E1 Entertainment, which had the masters and the right to distribute Death Row Records. This is what I had to say last year.
Is it crazy? Let me see your head. Let me see your head so I can box your head. Something is wrong with your brains. You see, we didn't understand the magnitude of Hasbro, the toy company, owning Death Row Records. But now we understand the magnitude of this foolish purchase. Because at some point, money had to be recouped.
What?
And the only thing they got left is the goddamn Suge Knight Barbie doll.
What?
Blood fire.
So as you can see, literally a year ago, I didn't think that was a smart purchase, mainly on behalf of Death Row. I mean, for Hasbro, it was an absolute come up because they didn't actually set out to purchase Death Row Records. They bought E1 as a whole, and E1 owned the catalog of Death Row at the time, so that's how they actually ended up with the label. But the way, a lot of people were reporting it was like they had Mr. Potato Head with gold chains and gold teeth on and shit, and they had this one line of Death Row Barbies. One was called Toy Pac, and they had Suge Knight, as you can see, the Suge Knight Barbie doll with the all red, dress suit on, the same suit he had on, when they was at the fight or whatever. But now, as I have done further research, a new company, as about a few months ago, called the Blackstone Group, bought Death Row Records from from Hasbro, for about $365 million, which was a very, very, very moderate purchase for such a prestigious label. But they didn't just buy Death Row; they bought the entire E1 catalog. So E1 has a lot of movies and different entertainment entities under it, as well as the popular animation Peppa Pig. They own that as well. So, I made a lot of jokes about it last year, but with Death Row going through so many hands, you would wonder why Dr. Dre didn't purchase it. Maybe he didn't want to deal with bullshit with Suge or whatever. I don't know. But I've been hearing lately that Snoop wants to purchase Death Row Records. So I'm definitely sure that he's in talks with E1 or with the Blackstone Group, excuse my language, with at least having either some ownership within it or completely taking off their hands, or maybe just being the president and running the operations of the overall music. I mean, Death Row is a serious catalog. You talk about Dr. Dre, the Dog Pound, Snoop, obviously, Tupac. Then you got all the little soundtracks above the rim, gang-related, a few others. You got the Murder Was the Case soundtrack in many movies. So you got large entities, and for a label that was once worth, close to $1 billion, E1 stands to make, money forever with that purchase when they bought it back in the day. Then Hasbro basically dumping it off to the Blackstone Group. That basically was, a win for everybody in all categories. And now the Blackstone Group, they're an investment company. They're a venture capital investment company. They're not even a record label. So I'm sure they're looking for people to fill those gaps. Anyways, it's your boy Mindbender reporting on another little Death Row segment. You know, it's just funny how after Reggie Wright destroyed the label, you know, how many hands that Death Row has been through since then. That's your man.